You thought Turnabout Samurai was bad. You thought Turnabout Big Top was awful, but this one was bad enough to ruin the whole game for me. Hello, welcome back to P-Storm. I am Pluvius Lilon, and today we're gonna start on episode 3 of Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations.
That's enough! This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts.
It wasn't me. I swear it wasn't me.
The evidence and testimony we have seen and heard are conclusive. The victim was alone at his table when he drank from that cup of coffee.
No, you're wrong. I know what I saw. I saw someone else there. A man. He's the real killer.
Phoenix, is that you?
I like this. This is some, like, ghost trick shit, though.
Why wouldn't anyone believe me?
Okay, I got it. The victim had high blood pressure, and he put salt in his coffee.
Well, I'd say that pretty much wraps this case up, wouldn't you, Mr. Wright?
This court finds the defendant
guilty.
This court is adjourned.
Damn, lost the trial before I even started the episode.
The start of a new year always makes me feel like I can take on the whole world.
I bet it does, Maya.
So, I've decided that a resolution should be Zvari! Take on the world! What do you think?
Sure, whatever, Maya. But I think maybe you've had more than enough mistletoe cake. What? What is mistletoe cake?
Never. You gotta eat a lot of cake during the New Year's. It's practically a tradition. Like watching the fireworks on TV or playing a board game.
Hey, pal.
Detective Gumshoe.
Happy New Year, Detective.
Likewise. Now listen up, Wright. I wanna...
Here's to another fruitful year of lawyer-police cooperation.
Yeah, me too. Alright, pal. You've got some explaining to do.
Have you got a holiday present for me, Detective?
A what? Well, Here, have this. It's, really nothing much, but...
Yay, thanks!
Look, pal, we need to talk. Have a seat.
Hey, what about Pearlie? You haven't forgotten her present, have you?
No. Yes. No. Are you doing this on purpose?
Haha, guess I'm busted. How'd you like my first practical joke of the year?
Very funny, pal. Now let's see how funny you think it is when I show you this.
What is it? A magazine?
Hey, I wanna see. Deadly poisoning brings guilty verdict. Defense attorney Wright trounced.
Trounced? Let me see that. The defense attorney gave an almost childishly amateur performance yesterday. What the heck is this?
It's a report, pal, about you.
Listen to this. Mr. Wright must take full responsibility for the ruling in this case.
Well, and don't tell me you don't remember anything about it.
I might still have some retrograde amnesia from that time I got bonked on the fucking head with a fire extinguisher. I don't remember anything about it. When was that issue from, anyway?
December of last year, which I guess makes it last month.
Which makes it old news, you mean?
But I wasn't involved in a poisoning case in December.
So what do you think this is all about, Nick?
If it wasn't you, pal, then that leaves only one possibility.
No way. You don't mean... A phony Nick?
This must be Gumshoe's idea of a joke. Guess he's starting off the year with one, too.
So, what are you gonna do about it, pal?
What do you mean, what am I gonna do about it?
Well, it's your fault the judge found the defendant guilty in this case.
My fault? How do you figure that?
Because the Phoenix Wright is super famous now. Well, maybe only sort of.
Yeah, see what happens when you get hotshots? Or see what happens when you hotshots start getting too full of yourselves?
But I didn't do anything wrong. At least, not that I can remember.
You better make this right, pal. Now. And that means taking the case back to court, got it?
Sounds like you got our first case of the new year. Let's tackle it with gusto.
I don't know. The judge already issued a guilty verdict once in this case. It's not gonna be easy to get it overturned.
I guess that New Year's resolution's gonna have to wait till next year.
So you're taking the case, right? Good. I'm gonna head over to the courthouse then. After that, I'll go back to the precinct. Drop by if you need something, okay, pal?
I guess people are starting to know the name Phoenix Wright. The client entrusted a case to me based on my reputation. I guess I am kind of responsible. But why would someone want to impersonate me? What sort of a guy would do that?
So what's our first move?
I guess we go down to the detention center and talk.
Wait a sec, Nick. This person's behind bars because of you. Whoever it is isn't going to be jumping at the chance to meet you, right?
Hey, let's get one thing straight. It wasn't me. It was a fake me that did this.
Wonder if he looks exactly like you. Your phony Zen-Eve, I mean.
I hope not. And what kind of name for an evil double is Zin-Eve, anyway?
Ah, Nick, I've got it!
If you're gonna ask whether I've got a twin brother, the answer is no.
Spoil sport. Did you notice Gumshoe was acting weirder than usual, or was it just me?
What do you mean?
I mean, he was really worked up. Like a guy who's just found out he's gonna be a dad or something.
Yeah, I guess he was acting kind of strange.
Maybe he realized he's got strong feelings for you, Nick.
Considering how we interact, I seriously doubt that, Maya.
Well, if he wasn't nervous because of you...
Then maybe it's because of our new guilty client. Well, let's see who it is.
It's so nerve-wracking, waiting to meet our new client. I wonder just what kind of person you tricked and got found guilty.
Keep it down, Maya. That kind of talk could ruin me.
Ah! How could you, Mr. Wright? How could you do this to me? They put me in solitary, but I haven't been able to stop crying.
Aren't you...
Yes, I am. I am totally and utterly let down.
Are you?
Don't pretend you don't know me. It's me, Maggie, remember? Maggie Bird.
Maggie Bird.
Ah!
Maggie Bird. She's the policewoman I defended that one time. Did she always wear a maid uniform? She was accused of murdering her lover. He was a cop, too. What are you doing in here? Didn't I get you a quit?
Oh, sure, very funny. After that fifth-rate defense job, you came in here and started making jokes?
You better hurry up and tell her what happened, Nick.
Oh, I see.
So that's where we stand right now.
I'm sorry you've been caught up in another murder.
My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures.
I vaguely remember her saying the exact same thing last time.
But I don't mind. What's one more disaster in my life? At least now the real Mr. Wright is here with me. I won't let the world keep me down, sir.
Her face is different from the second game.
So how are you dressed like that, Maggie? Last year you looked so sharp in that police uniform.
I was fired after that incident last year.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay, I don't mind one bit. I enjoyed being on the force, but I think it was time for me to move on.
So what do you do now?
In the second act of The Life of Maggie Bird, I'm playing the role of a waitress.
A waitress?
Yes, in a French restaurant. It's a small place, but quite fashionable. My charming smile and shapely figure came through for me. And the owner, Mr. Armstrong, hired me right away, sir.
And then you got into this mess straight away, right?
Yeah, you could put it that way. This whole mess started on the 3rd of last month. And it happened at Tribulations.
Tribulations?
Yes, it's a restaurant where good service and a friendly smile are always included.
Oh.
There were 2 men at the table, both drinking coffee. And then... one of the men slipped some poison into the victim's cup. The victim took just 1 sip and was gasping for air. I was so shocked I passed out.
Hey, hold on there, Maggie.
What?
You keep calling the guy the victim. Didn't you know the guy who was killed?
Not at all. I'd never seen the guy before.
Oh.
So she wouldn't have had a motive to kill him then, I guess. And the other man, the killer, you saw him, right?
Of course. A good waitress must be attentive to the clientele.
So you saw the killer, but you were found guilty of the crime anyway? How come?
You tell me, Mr. Wright.
I guess the answer to my question is my phony. Anyway, she saw the killer. Better see if I can get a description of the guy.
He looks like you, dipshit.
So if you saw the murderer, why were you still convicted?
Because no one else saw.
Saw what?
The other man, the one who put the poison in the victim's coffee. Everyone testified that way. Mr. Armstrong, the customer, everyone. The victim was sitting alone at his table the whole time. But how's that possible? I don't know. But nobody, not one person would believe me, sir. Even Phoenix Wright, my one last hope for a fair trial, failed me. What a pathetic defense. My granny could have done a better job.
Look, that wasn't me, okay?
And then they found something a bit incriminating in my apron pocket.
What?
A small bottle of poison.
What? Poison? It was in your pocket?
Well, I passed out when the victim collapsed. The killer must have slipped the poison into my pocket when I was unconscious.
And no one else saw this other guy?
No, sir. That's what everyone said, but I don't see how they could have missed him. I was the one who took the coffee to the 2 men.
Oh? And what was your impression of them?
Well, when I first saw them, I kind of thought they might be in the music industry.
In music? How come?
Well, one of them had some sort of earpiece and an emo musician's look about him. There was a sample CD on the table, sir.
An earpiece and a sample CD, huh? Did you get a look at the CD at all?
It had a band's name written on it. I think it was MC something. They must have been preparing for their debut, I guess.
So it was a band CD, maybe a promo disc?
Maybe it was MC Screwdriver.
Get serious, Maya. Would you buy the CD of a group named that?
Ugh, what was the name of that group again? MC Hacksaw? No. MC...
What about the killer? What did he look like?
Well, I don't really remember. Only that he was a young man. Well built like the victim, really.
Guess I'll present the magazine clipping. Oh yeah, I had to ask you about this.
Hey, this article's about my case.
Can you tell me anything about the guy who was pretending to be me?
Yes, sir. It was the morning after I'd been arrested. I met you in the visitor's room here. You were wearing one of your super sharp suits.
Me?
Yes, you, Mr. Wright.
Hey Maggie, was my evil double I am there too?
No, I don't remember a phony you, Maya.
Oh, it would have been so cool.
Then you got really worked up and passionate. I'm gonna get you cleared of this crime, you said.
Okay, I get the picture, but you've met me in person before. So how come you didn't realize that guy wasn't the real me?
I guess, looking back now, it was a little strange.
Only a little?
Well, okay, so you were a bit taller than normal, and you looked a bit shady. And your voice was a bit weird. Oh, and you had this kind of funny accent, and...
So the guy was nothing like me, then?
But he had your spiky hair and blue suit.
Is that all it takes for someone to imitate me?
How about everyone else in the courtroom, like the judge and the observers? Didn't they realize he was an imposter?
Everyone had these big question marks on their faces, but it seemed that no one wanted to say anything, sir.
This case just keeps getting weirder and weirder.
Mr. Wright, do you think it's possible to get a retrial?
Probably. The court ruled in the absence of a genuine defense attorney. So we should be able to get a retrial.
Mr. Wright? Do you think we'll win next time, sir? My life has been a full-course meal of bad luck, complete with defeat for dessert. Since I was 6 months old when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building, I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods, failed at almost every test I've taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster. I even landed a phony lawyer when I had the misfortune of being accused of murder. But I'll survive, because Maggie Bird always lives to fight another day. And one day I'll find it. Just you wait and see, sir. I'll find that one single moment of good luck.
Zin Eve is really gonna pay for this.
What are you staring at me like that for? But Maya's right. Whoever it is that thought it was a good idea to use my name and get an innocent girl convicted of murder had better watch out.
We'll find him. Don't you worry. We'll get Zin Eve for you.
Thank you. Oh, I'll tell you what Très Bien is then.
Right. The restaurant where the murder took place.
Yes, sir. When you go, please tell Mr. Armstrong I said hi.
Sure. Alright, Nick. Let's go check out this restaurant and its food.
Alright. Let me get my leg armor.
Wow, look at this place.
Look? More like smell. What's with the suffocating scent of flowers in here? Then again, girls like that kind of thing, right?
Actually, I'm not all that into it.
It's to mask the scent of frogs' genocide.
No one's going to seat us. Maybe there's no one here.
Don't be silly, Maya. This is a restaurant, and it's open for business. Hello? Anyone here? I don't believe it. There really isn't anyone here.
Perfect. Let's get intrusive. If there's no one here, we can take anything we want.
Yeah, I suppose we can. Alright, I guess we'll start with the caution tape. Jesus. This must be the table where the murder occurred.
I guess so. With all this police tape around it.
And that stain must be from the poisoned coffee. Don't go licking the tablecloth, okay, Maya?
Why would I lick it? I'm not a cat, you know.
Then why can I picture you doing just that? This table's set nicely. It just needs a customer.
What do you think this flower is, Nick?
Let's see. Well, it doesn't look like a tulip, and it's not a sunflower, I don't think.
Duh, even I could have told you that.
Well, those are the only kinds of flowers I know. Dagnabbit, I'm a lawyer, not a botanist. Good, timely reference. Wow, it's a beautiful winter wonderland out here.
Really? Cool, I love snow. Let me see. Huh? It's not white. It's not even snowing.
Gotcha, I was only kidding, Maya.
Nick! There are lies that are okay to tell and lies that definitely aren't.
All I did was tell an itty-bitty white lie about non-existent white snow.
Look, it's one of those magical boxes that spits out money.
You know, you're the only person who would ever describe a cash register in that way.
It's a rack full of fashion magazines. They're all in French.
Why don't you try wearing something a bit more chic sometime, huh, Maya?
Yeah, I guess I could. I'm always in my acolyte clothes, aren't I? It'd be fun to wear normal clothes every now and then.
Something stuffed in behind the rack.
Looks like a sports paper to me. Hey, look at this. Someone scrawled a little doodle on one of the pages.
MC Bomber and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. 100,000 or
$100,000, maybe.
I wonder what MC Bomber is supposed to be. Okay, in the DS version, I thought this 500,000 said dude, and combined with the bomb, I was like, what the fuck, is that a Disgaea reference? This paper, it's from December 3rd. This paper's from the day of the poisoning.
What?
A paper from the day of the murder. This has got to be a clue. I should see if I can find out more about this paper. Alright, is there anything else? Anything else to investigate here?
It's a rack full of fashion magazines. They're all in French.
Okay. Yeah, I've already gone through all this dialogue. We found that sports paper behind this magazine rack earlier. I better try and find out everything I can about it. It's the restaurant front entrance. There's a sign hanging on the door written in French. Probably says open or closed. Must be one or the other, but I don't know which since I don't know Jacques about French. That's a good one.
Look at all the little trinkets tucked away in here.
I bet Mr. Armstrong collected all of these personally. Let's see. A bouquet of flowers, some potpourri, and look. Fine bone china cups.
I never knew you were so cultured.
Come on, Maya. This is common knowledge. Any Joe Schmo knows this much. No? Can't examine the portrait on the wall? Oh, well. Okay, think that about does it for investigating this area. Back to the detention center, I suppose. What do you know about this shit?
Oh, sports paper. Let's see. Did Gustin Braun manage to defend his heavyweight title?
Sorry, Maggie. That paper is actually a month old. It's from the day of the murder.
Gustin got knocked out yesterday, I'm afraid.
Oh no.
I found this paper in the magazine rack at Tribulations.
Really? That's strange. Tribulations doesn't get newspapers. Mr. Armstrong says he's not really fond of them.
And maybe one of the customers left it behind.
Anyway, what I want you to look at is this scribble here.
Aha! That's it, sir. MC Bomber. That was the name that was written on this CD.
Just as I thought.
I guess it wasn't MC Screwdriver after all, huh?
So that $100,000 must be a down payment for a record deal, right?
If someone gave me $100,000, I'd sing for sure. The Master of Kurine, or the Spirit Song, or even Maya's theme.
Okay, Maya. So, if the sample CD was on the victim's table, that means this newspaper must have belonged to the victim.
You're right.
So the victim left this behind on the day of the murder, huh?
I think we better step up the investigation, don't you, Nick?
Maybe we go back there? Yes. Oh la la, bonjour, welcome to la très bien.
Oh, hello.
What happened to Maya? She's frozen stiff. Bienvenue. Welcome to my petit restaurant.
Huh? B Avenue?
Oh non, ma petite julep.
Huh? Me?
Look at his face. Like la kitten rejected by its mother. You're fatigued, no? Alors, you need this. An aromatic bath oil melange of la Nerolian La Rose. My personal recommendation.
You think I need what?
Oui, PP. Just add a couple drops of this mixture into the bathwater and voila! It will soothe your body and your mind. It's simply fantastic.
Really?
And for le monsieur? Who, me? Look at that face. Like la puppy rejected by life itself. You're fatigued, no? For you, monsieur, I recommend this. Oil of bergamot, and maybe a hint of oui. I don't think I want this. I will add la peppermint and la claire sage for a fragrance exceptionnelle. Such an invigorating recipe will bring out your delicious beauty, monsieur. My beauty? Alors, if you will be seated, I will bring you la special menu of the day. Actually, we're not here to eat. We're lawyers. Mais bien sûr. I know this already, monsieur. You're la Phoenix Wright, no? Yes. You know me? Mais oui. I never forget a man who flirts with me, especially in court.
I guess he was cross-examined by our mysterious Zin Eve.
Looks like everyone to do with this case already knows who I am already.
I wonder what sort of impression Zin Eve's been on leaving on people, don't you?
Allow me to introduce myself to you again. I'm Jean Armstrong. Enchanté.
So what does très bien mean? I know très, that means 3, right?
No. Très bien is Français. In English, you would say very good.
Oh, very good.
Oui, exactement. La atmosphere is très bien, and la cuisine is très bien. If the food's so good, why aren't there any customers in here? My cuisine is not for all. Some people, they do not appreciate la haute cuisine. I thought everyone liked hot cuisine. Since I have lost Maggie, I do not have enough hands. So you're running this place on your own now? Oui, for le moment. No one has answered my advertisement. Oh, pour moi. Please don't eyeball me while you say that. I'm la chef. I'm la manager. And I'm also a trained aromatherapist.
A roaming what?
A practitioner of aromatherapy. La art of soothing la soul with the delicate floral... La art of soothing la soul with the delicate floral aromas. Delicate? The smell coming from that bottle earlier was anything but. So, could you tell me what you know about the incident? Bien. It makes me sad to remember it, yet I remember it so well. More than a month has passed since it happened. Yeah, I guess it's been about a month since Maggie's sentencing. So, it was the 3rd of last month, just after 1 in the afternoon. A man who was here for a coffee suddenly became ill. Because of the poison in his coffee? That is the truth as I know it. It was Maggie who took his drink to him. I was in the kitchen. I heard the sound of someone collapsing. When I came to see what it was, he was already slumped in his chair.
He was dead?
Mon Dieu, oui, he was dead. Maggie had passed out also. And this man who died, he was alone? Oui, monsieur. All alone? I know that Maggie said there was someone else, but...
I see.
La police, they asked me many times. Are you sure there was no one else at the table? They asked. But I am not the only one. The old man said the same thing. Old man? What old man? So who is this old man that you mentioned? At the time of the murder, there was another customer in here.
What? Someone else saw it?
Marie, as usual, he came alone at that day. At the time of the murder, he was here. He saw it too. But he said the same thing. That there was no one else at the victim's table.
But Maggie swears there were 2 people.
Mademoiselle? La lawyer, he could not improve this, non? About the lawyer. That was me, I suppose. Mais bien sûr. Wow, he's the first person who said it wasn't me. You understood that?
Don't kid yourself, Nick. Now who's the one making stuff up?
What do you know about this?
I'm not a lawyer myself. I do not speak out of turn. But your defense in court that there was a little, how you say, lacking, perhaps. Even a Frenchman who cannot speak any English could have done a better job. You're very cool, though. Oh, oui, oui, and handsome.
Wow. I wonder just how bad the defense could have been.
Every time you opened your mouth, the old courthouse stirred. Oh man, that is something I don't want to imagine. We found this sports paper in the magazine rack here. One of my customers must have left it behind.
Do you have any idea which customer it was?
The only ideas I have, mademoiselle, save for my kitchen. Alright, well, bye! Alright, I guess go over to the precinct.
It's been ages since we came down to the precinct, huh, Nick?
Looks like Gumshoe isn't around.
He's got it so easy, leaving everyone else to do the work.
No, he's out there somewhere. My bet's on the courthouse. He's probably trying to arrange the retrial of this case.
Guess that means we should go to the detention center and chat with our killer, huh?
After being convicted without a fair trial, I'm not sure killer is the right label. What? What the
That badge, is it real?
Of course it's real.
That's what they all say, but I've been duped before. Give it to me for a sec.
She bit into it.
And I left a few teeth marks, too.
I can see that.
I just wish I could remember if that means it's real or fake.
I said it was real. Yeah, I'm gonna look this up. Right, I forgot I could present profiles. Maggie was a policewoman once. N'est-ce pas? Yes, but she had to quit for, reasons beyond her control. Oui, oui. She was last suspect in la murder investigation, non?
Oh, you knew about that?
That is why I gave her la perfume for la happiness. Happiness perfume? Oui, blended for bergamot, like I have given to you before. But she's been arrested again, then found guilty this time. This is true. Her natural aroma of unhappiness must have been very strong. Just admit it, your perfume doesn't work. I'm not surprised she was la prime suspect. After something like that took place before my very eyes.
Something like what?
What's this guy talking about?
Does this mean Maggie did have a motive?
We've got to ask this guy for more info. Stat. When Maggie took the coffee over to the victim, did anything happen? Oui, I suppose you could say so. So what happened? No, it was nothing.
Look, Maggie says she didn't even know the guy. But she's still been indicted for murder. The prosecution must have come up with some kind of motive.
Oui, it is true. If there was anything at all between Maggie and the victim, it could be relevant.
So please, tell us anything you know.
Psyche locks.
No way. What are we gonna do, Nick?
We'll just have to remove... What the...
What's wrong?
The Magatama, it's gone.
Huh?
I had it in my pocket, but it vanished into thin air.
What?
But I could see the Psyche locks. Maybe that means the Magatama's nearby. Mr. Armstrong, can I just confirm something with you again? The table where the victim was sitting, was anyone else sitting there? That is a question you'll have to ask him yourselves.
Huh? Him?
La old man spends all of his time dans le parc. La park? Oh, a park? What park's that? Behind la restaurant is called Vitamin Square.
Thank you.
Je vous en prie, my dear.
Let's go check out this Vitamin Square right now, Nick.
Pigeons.
So this is Vitamin Square.
Yeah, I see where they get the name from now. The fruits scream vitamins at you.
Hey, Nick. That's the guy, right? Isn't that the old man Mr. Armstrong was talking about?
That grouchy-looking grandpa?
He's throwing seeds out for the pigeons.
Maya, he's not throwing seeds for them. He's throwing seeds at them. My grumpiness threat level has just been raised to red. Excuse me. Would you mind if I had a word with you?
Yes!
I just want to ask you a couple questions.
What's the matter with you? Can't you see I'm busy? So you don't like my seeds, eh, pigeons?
He's really chucking those seeds at them. That's gotta hurt.
Go on, eat this.
Excuse me, sir. Can I ask you about Maggie Bird?
I don't know any Maggie Bird.
Yes, you do. Maggie, the waitress at Tribulations.
It's a disgrace, I tell you. An utter disgrace.
A disgrace?
An innocent young girl revealing herself like that.
Revealing? You mean her uniform?
The youth of today. They don't have any shame. No shame, I tell you. Not 1 ounce. Whatever happened to the old Bushido values of Japan? Like honor and modesty?
What about me? I'm not wearing anything revealing.
You? Your problem is that you lack any sense of grace.
Talk about hitting a girl where it hurts.
Do you go to Tribulations a lot?
That miserable excuse for a restaurant? That garbage they serve is not food. Where's the sushi, the tempura, the rice?
Tribulations is a French restaurant, sir.
Where do you think we are, boy? In Paris? I want real food, not those snooty snacks. What about those shameless girls?
You mean the waitresses?
You can see all the way up to yes, the waitresses. They're practically naked. It's a disgrace, isn't it? Well, isn't it?
Listen, it's not my restaurant.
God, it's a miserable excuse for a restaurant, that place. Miserable.
He certainly knows the place. He must be a regular. But if he hates it so much, why does he keep going?
Are you a regular at the restaurant, sir? It's just, if you dislike it so much, why do you keep going there?
Sir?
There you are, you filthy pigeons. You want food? Haha, take that.
He must be hiding something, right?
If he is, I should be able to see a psyche lock or two. Oh wait. Don't exactly have the Magatama right now, huh?
Remember, Nick, that Magatama is only on loan. You better find it or else.
If Pearls ever gets wind of this, I'm going to be in a world of pain. I have to examine something. Right there.
Oh, there's a magazine here.
It's a magazine full of job listings.
You disgusting rogue. Picking up something someone else threw away?
Hey, I resemble that remark, sir. Threw away? Did you throw this away? Are you looking for a job?
Gah! That's none of your business.
Sorry. Guess I'll just take this magazine with me then.
I don't want anyone else having it. Give it back.
Too bad. Now that you want it so bad, I don't want to give it up.
Hey, that's mine.
that was kind of a dick move, not gonna lie.
Okay.
Let's see. How far am I into the investigation? Okay, we're at like 40 minutes, I'm less than halfway in. Okay, let's just present this, though. Mademoiselle,
Yes?
are you looking for a job?
What? No, I was just...
Let me see. Your style is un peu different, but you have a good face.
different?
Félicitations, you've passed. How are you? Bien, come with me. I'll teach you everything I know.
Nick, help!
I don't know whether to laugh or feel bad for Maya. Maybe I should do both. Alright. Off to... Nope. Looks like they have Maggie in questioning. I guess I've asked her pretty much everything. I'll come back if there's anything else I need to ask her later.
Well, pal, have you found the evidence yet? The one that's gonna find her innocent?
No, not yet. We've only just started our investigation.
Well, whatever you need to know, I'll give you the dirt on it. I'm putting off all my other cases for now, pal.
Gumshoe's really fired up about this.
Oh yeah, one more thing. The retrial's been approved. Court's sitting at 10 a.m. tomorrow. And Godot's gonna be the prosecutor.
Oh, him.
Now listen up, pal. If Maggie's found guilty again,
Yes?
well, they'll make sure you get locked up good for it, got it?
So the guilty party was Maggie Bird, huh?
Yeah.
Back when she was on the police force, you were her mentor when she was a rookie, right?
Yeah, I kept a close eye on her. I mean, not too close, you know? It's weird. Hey, what's with the funny looks, pal? That was just her... That wasn't anything like... Look, sure, I was her boss when she was doing her trading. But that was it. Nothing happened.
Gumshoe sure is sweating up a storm over nothing. Ah, so that's it. Our big old Gumshoe has a little crush on Maggie.
I don't like her or anything. Baka! I was...
Note to self. Gossip with Maya about this later.
Look, pal, don't tell anyone, okay? You gotta keep it a secret, got it?
Sure. And would you mind not guessing what I'm thinking all the time?
Hey, tell your face, pal, not me. You'd have to be blind not to see what's on your mind.
So I was wondering, could you fill me in on the victim?
Glenn Elg. He was a computer programmer.
I see. A programmer.
He was just a regular old Joe working for a small-time computer firm. Maggie never had any contact with the guy before that day. And all she did was take him his coffee on the day of the murder, pal.
Yeah, Maggie also claimed to have never seen the guy before. Did the victim go to the restaurant often?
Not according to the chef. He said it was the first time he'd seen the guy.
A programmer and a first-time customer at that. What possible reason could Maggie have to kill a guy like that?
That's what I thought. But a motive was still somehow established at her trial.
You're kidding. What was her supposed motive?
Sorry, pal. I'm real busy. I haven't got enough time to sift through these papers. Look into it yourself. Look into it yourself, okay?
What could this motive have been?
This isn't really a proper investigation. I'm kind of working on it by myself.
Oh, that's right.
The judge already ruled on the case, and all the evidence is in already. The only problem is with Maggie's testimony.
Yeah, doesn't sound very good for us, huh?
Look, pal, I've got a mountain of papers on this case to look over before tomorrow. So I'm just gonna say this. Maggie Bird's no liar. She's... Okay, she's a bit out there, and a bit off base sometimes. But she was a good cop.
That's not exactly complimentary, you know? What do you think really happened? Just how contradictory is her testimony?
The biggest problem with Maggie's testimony is the number of people at the table.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Maggie still insists there was another guy sitting with the victim.
Right, but get this. Everyone else in the place says the guy was alone, even the chef. And then there's that CD.
CD? Oh yeah, she did mention something about a CD. There was a sample CD on the table, sir.
But our guys turned that place upside down. There was no CD.
What?
Not on the table, not anywhere in the whole restaurant, pal.
But didn't Maggie say the victim was wearing an earpiece, too?
Yeah, but that was for the portable radio in front of that was for the portable radio in the front pocket of his hoodie.
A radio? He didn't have a CD player?
You got it. Your phony never explained that contradiction at all.
Come to think of it, the owner of Tribulations didn't mention that CD either. I don't know why, but I get the feeling Mr. Armstrong's got something to hide. Alright. Present the sports paper.
What's that? Sports paper?
Yeah, I found it in the magazine rack at Tribulations.
It's dated the same day as the murder. You may be onto something there.
Take a look at this. See this writing here?
MC Bomber. Hey,
What is it?
I've heard that name somewhere before. Yeah, MC Bomber.
Wow, he actually seems to be thinking for once.
Yeah, it's no good. I can't remember.
And there he goes back to being the gumshoe we all know and love.
Hey, pal, I'm gonna borrow this paper for a bit, okay? I want to get a handwriting analysis done on this scribble.
Handwriting, huh? It'd be good to know more about that in any case.
Thanks, pal. I bet this'll turn out to be an interesting clue.
Okay. Present Armstrong's profile.
The chef of Très Bien, huh? You know what that chef said to me? Oh la la, your body is full of la toxins. And then he gave me this bottle.
What's in it?
I don't know. The label says juniper. I'm under orders to put a few drops of it in my bath every day.
Under orders?
Yeah, you know. There's something about that guy.
Huh? Can't stop thinking about him?
Not like that, pal. Give me a break. He's not my type. I mean, I can't stop thinking that he's involved with this case somehow.
Sounds like he knows a little something more about our charming chef. So what exactly is it that caught your attention about the chef at Très Bien?
It's, kind of hard to say. The guy's probably not even connected with the case anyway.
Hey, come on, detective. Didn't you say you'd give me the dirt on anything?
Well, this sort of stuff is kind of unimportant, gossipy stuff, you know, pal? Look, how about this? You go to Très Bien and investigate the place yourself. And if you find out anything suspicious about the guy, report back to me, okay?
Don't suppose I get a choice in this, huh? Guess I better find out more about the chef in Très Bien than report back to Gumshoe. Okay, Poor Maya. Looks like Mr. Armstrong's really taking a shine to her. Suppose I'll just have to let her work at the restaurant for a while. I'll go pick her up from Très Bien once things have cooled off. There we go. The scent of flowers sure is strong. It's almost making me dizzy. Oh, hello. Who was that just now? A customer? She had sort of a dark aura about her.
Oh, welcome, B Avenue.
Wow, what a cute voice.
Oh, it's just you, Nick.
Maya,
Well, how do I look?
maybe you should quit being a spirit medium.
Maybe, but it's kind of boring being a waitress. I mean, you're my first ever customer.
Then who was that woman I just saw?
Oh. Since you're here, you might as well have something to eat.
I am kind of hungry, actually. So how do you like your new job, Maya?
I never knew there was so much for a waitress to do. Take people's orders, bring them their food, make coffee, work the cash register. Of course, we need a customer before I can do any of that.
Oh, I accidentally skipped some of that.
Don't forget about the ultra cute waitress. Check out my give me a tip smile.
Okay, let me read that again. Yeah, it's a nice looking restaurant. It's a shame more people don't come.
Hey Nick, why don't you order something? The chef's preparing a tasty lunch set at the moment, or so he says.
How much is it?
It's the twin tea set, so it's $20, of course.
The twin tea set? I believe I'll be taking a pass on that. It's kind of expensive. Let's see, when does this game take place? 2018?
Nah, $20 is about right.
shit, by 2018 standards, you know, $20 is a fucking steal at a sit-down restaurant.
What? But you can't. Come on, Nick. It's not every day I get to be a waitress. I want to try carrying plates and working the cash register.
How about cleaning the toilets? That should keep you busy.
Yeah, right. Maybe later.
About the lunch.
Oh, a fine choice, sir.
No,
Kitchen, a lunch special, please. With all the extras, drink, side salad, dessert, and gift.
I don't need any of that.
Just a moment, please, sir.
Maya's really getting into this. So how much is this set lunch then? $20, huh? But with the drinks, side salad, and dessert, it's $45? Hey, wait a sec, Maya.
Sorry to keep you waiting, sir. Here you are, our deluxe Fortify lunch set.
Whoa.
A dish inspired by lobster and abalone fricassee with a balsamic vinaigrette. Bon appetit!
Thanks?
Come on, Nick. Hurry up and try it already.
Lobster, huh? Alright, down the hatch it goes. I'm a little scared that they got it done that fast, honestly.
Well,
Are you hungry, Maya?
I'm starving.
Here, it's yours.
Really?
Remember, Maya, my wallet doesn't print money, so you better polish off that plate.
I just remembered. I've got to clean the toilets.
Hey, you can't be in that much of a hurry to clean the toilets. How does that guy manage to make good food taste so bad?
Hey, Nick. You want to take a peek at the kitchen?
The kitchen, huh? Not a bad idea. Now, what was it that Maggie said again? In the kitchen, you'll get to see all the chef's greatest secrets.
In the kitchen? That sounds tasty.
Hey, wait up, Maya!
What is it? I'm pretty busy right now.
Weren't you going to show me around?
There goes my plan to find some cool clue and show it off in your face.
I better conduct the search in the kitchen myself. Alright, a little more, I think. 'Cause, yeah, we're still like barely halfway through the investigation. But okay.
And here it is. The famous Tribulations kitchen. It's my first time in here, too, actually.
There's a weird atmosphere in here, that's for sure.
Mr. Armstrong will be back soon, so we better search quickly. Chop chop.
Well, first I want to see what those are all about. What's this? Looks like a treasure chest or something.
Wow, look at all these little bottles.
Oh, they're aromatherapy oils. He's got so many, they're overflowing onto the floor.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 98, 99, 100. They're all the same, too. Hey, wait a minute.
What is it?
There's one bottle that's different from all the others.
Well, what do you know? It doesn't have a label either.
And it doesn't smell.
So what's that liquid inside then, I wonder?
Hey, Nick, we should borrow this. I mean, look how many bottles he's got. He wouldn't miss one, would he?
I mean, that's obviously the poison.
Now I know I'm in a French restaurant. I've never heard of most of these seasonings. Hey, Nick, this container has oyster sauce. What's that?
Isn't that used in Chinese food? Ah, look! Right there on the counter.
My Magatama, what's it doing there?
What indeed?
And look at these knives. They look really sharp.
I'd like to see one of those slice through a cheesecake.
A cheesecake? You don't exactly need a sharp knife for one of those, Nick. Now this is one large mirror. I bet this is where he makes himself look pretty.
There's a book on the dresser. Clarice Armstrong's Bedtime Literature.
Not exactly Pulitzer Prize material, is it?
Looks like a collection of poems he's written.
Poems? Cool. Read one now. And say it in your best French accent, with intensity, okay?
Okay, here's one. It's called Printemps. The two of them like actors from a film. The coffee still undrunk. Sweet nothings over too soon. On that sad Sunday morning, the foolish cocktail so delicious. Take the last sip of your tea, and I know what I will do. I must lie to you. I must.
Huh? That's it?
Yep, that's a poem for you. What are these lace curtains for?
I don't know, but they give the place a real a real homey feel, don't they? Lace curtains. You know, if I was a cooking pot, I'd be perfectly happy to sit on a shelf under those.
How do you respond to something like that?
That smells good. Something's bubbling away nicely in that pot. It must be the lobster and abalone fricassee with the balsamic vinaigrette.
Isn't that what I just ate for lunch?
Maybe. What you ate is the only French dish I know the name of.
Okay, think that's everything. Okay. Just back to the precinct. Wherever it is.
Hey, you're just in time.
What is it, Detective Gumshoe?
The lab got me back. The lab got back to me about that newspaper you gave me.
He must mean the sports paper with the memo scribbled on it. So, what did they say? Did the analysis turn up anything?
They said the doodle was written by the victim, Glenn Elg. No doubt about it.
I expected as much.
The victim took the paper with him to the restaurant on the day of the murder. That's our best interpretation of the facts at the moment. MC Bomber. I get the feeling I've heard that name somewhere before. Oh well. I guess it'll come back to me. Don't forget to report back to me with whatever you find in the restaurant, okay, pal?
Since when did I start taking orders from Gumshoe? Although, I have the feeling there's something I need to show him. Oh yeah, like the poison.
You got one of those aroma bottles too, huh?
Only this one doesn't smell.
Huh? That don't get you.
This was mixed in with all the other aromatherapy bottles, but it's not the same. It doesn't even look the same, wouldn't you agree?
A cologne bottle that doesn't smell, huh? Smells like a skunk to me, pal. Mind letting me borrow that bottle for a while? I want to send it to the lab for analysis.
The victim was poisoned, so the contents of this bottle are pretty important.
I had a hunch there was something funny about that chef.
You suspect Jean Armstrong?
I've got that guy's number. I know what his secret is.
That must be the same secret Gumshoe was talking about before.
I guess I better fill you in on the details. About this Armstrong guy's secret, I mean.
Ooh, tell all. So what's Mr. Armstrong's secret?
You ever had lunch at Tribulations, pal?
Yes. So how was it? To put it nicely, it was inedible. Hey, don't worry about being nice around me, pal. You and I both know the reason that place is so empty is because of the food. I mean, the place is clean. He's got a girl like Maggie as a waitress, so... Yeah, I guess it's probably the food. The real scoop on the guy is that he's up to his ears in debt. Really? How much does he owe? This is a copy of his loan contract. He's about $500,000 in the red. $500,000? Are we talking dollars? Yeah. If it was sterling, he'd really be in trouble. Sorry, that figure just took me by surprise. Yeah, this case is full of surprises. I'd be willing to bet that chef's got something to do with most of them. That's my hunch. Okay. Yeah, I think that'll about do it for this episode. We'll wrap up this investigation next episode, but if you enjoyed this video, then no further actions required on your part. And we'll see you later.